Right, so today we are on a mission. A mission to avoid relegation. Everton and Brentford are coming up in today's episode. And if we win both these games, we will be safe. We will be safe from relegation if we win these two games. So welcome back, hope you are doing well, looking forward to today's episode. Make sure you do drop a like on the video for me, subscribe to anything around here and leave a comment down below for the YouTube algorithm. Just the one game we've played in between episodes since you were last here for the entertaining games against Arsenal and Tottenham. We picked up a 3-3 draw against Tottenham. The game against Man United was a 2-2 draw, as you can see on screen. I clicked on it by accident, didn't mean to, but as you can see, 2-2, where we actually scored first and were 2-0 up in that game, and then it all kind of went downhill from that part. But the match stats were heavily in Man United's favour, so they deserve the win, really. What it means for the league table is that we are currently 6 points clear of both Everton and Brentford in the relegation zone. If we finish today's episode 6 points clear of Everton and Brentford, well, we should just about be safe from relegation. So let's not waste any time whatsoever. This is the team that hopefully is going to get the 3 points first and foremost against Everton here today. Andriucci stays in goal with Spadina, Holter, Cambuala and Dillon in the back line. Alak is coming in today to play in the CDM role because currently Ostergaard has picked up an injury, which he picked up actually in the Tottenham game when we took him off in last episode. Herrera and Galbraith are both playing in the centre of midfield. Once again, Pizarro and Rebergen on the wings, with Sione leading the line. A little bit lacklustre since joining the club, I will admit, but he is still adapting, hopefully, and he'll just get better and better as things go on, I reckon. So, as kickoff is upon us here today, Everton have got a lot of work to do to save themselves, and they've been very unlucky in recent weeks. I think in the previous couple of episodes, we've seen them lose games 4-3. Like, they know how to score goals, they just also know how to concede goals as well. And hopefully they'll do plenty of that in today's game. They're currently actually managed by Andrea Pirlo, weirdly. Maybe it's not weird at all, I don't know. But Andrea Pirlo is their manager. So he is looking at getting the sack maybe if they don't stay up. As Sione gives us the opening goal of the game. You love to see it. What's the referee doing? No, that was never offside. Was it? No. Thank you. Thank you, referee, for seeing sense that. I didn't think it was offside. It was just a terrible mistake here from the defence of Everton, and I guess that's one of the many mistakes they've been making this season. Too many defensive errors result in goals conceded like that, and Sione with his 15-16 finishing and 15-16 composure is never going to miss that, and was always onside. So the perfect start to today's episode for us right now. Brentford, by the way, are playing Arsenal, so that's also a big favour for us. But as things stand, we will go 9 points clear of Everton. Well, all we have to do, Tom, is stay 6 points clear. All we have to do is just stay 6 points clear and we'll be absolutely fine, I think. I'm pretty sure. I'm 99% sure that'll be absolutely fine as... Okay, well, I'm going to stop jinxing myself and I'm going to stop talking about points. I wish we'd lose this game. I really wish we'll lose it. Why do the jinxers never work in my favour? Why do they never work in my favour? Okay, well, we might need to do more than just Everton and Brentford here today, maybe. We might need to do more. At least it's going to plan with Brentford. They are currently 3-0 down against Arsenal, who are actually top of the Premier League table by now, which is pretty exciting. West Ham in second. Who'd have thought that is a title battle, by the way? Arsenal and West Ham in the title battle, with Chelsea and Liverpool way outside of European places by points totals. They are miles behind. They're not getting European points or places at all this season. In the meantime, it's Everton still looking to come forward. I think what we need to do is probably change our approach in the final 25 minutes of this game. Really should have changed things earlier on, actually, thinking about it, but I wasn't thinking clearly, as we need to grab a goal ASAP, otherwise this game is going to slip away from us, and we can't just rely on defensive errors from Everton. Although it would be nice if they did have a defensive error, which of course they're not going to do because they're Everton and they're playing in their prime right now to avoid relegation. And well, good save, Andriucci. I think we swap back to this. I mean, let's get Roxvarg on the pitch. Why not? See what he can do out there and see if he can play some football. On a 6.3 is Rebergen, interestingly. Nelson Lorca on you come instead. Confirm that change and shout demand more. I mean, I'll be honest, Everton deserve it. Look at the match stats. Weirdly, it's another weird one. We never play that well against teams around us in the division, but we draw with United, we draw with Spurs. Like, we do well against the teams who are good. The teams that we need to beat and should be beating, we do struggle against, as Everton have won a free kick. Are Everton going to save themselves? Is this their last final push to safety? We already identified they actually have the easiest of the teams. For goodness sake. Well, we're not going to struggle against us. We already identified they've got the easiest run of fixtures. And actually, with that goal and Sheffield United, I presume, losing, they've got themselves out of the relegation zone. Okay. Well, that opens up another avenue, doesn't it? That's throw the water bottle, far from pleased with that result. And now Alex Cross, because he thought I was harsh on the team in the team talk with Everton. Look, right. I don't like Alec, all right? He's come in and was like demanding to play when he was meant to be backup, and now he's cross with me for being cross that we just got absolutely humiliated by Everton in a relegation battle. I'm going to convince him that I'm right. Respectfully, we need to see some action. Right, I'm going to criticise you. Stop disrespecting me. And the fact you're still questioning my inability, I've said that all wrong. I mean, to be fair, some of you might think it is an inability to manage, but my ability to manage, you're questioning it. Please do not. And you're disappointed with me. Well, you're being sold this summer. Although this is the wrong time to fight, isn't it? It's the wrong time to fight. We can't be looking for scapegoats. We need to band together to please beat Brentford. Okay, so here comes Brentford then. Oh my goodness. Right. We just need to get a result. If we beat Brentford, we're looking great. But worryingly, I think we do have to put the same team out again because I just don't think it's going to be... Maybe Pizarro's played quite poorly in his last few games. He swapped him over with Jacobson. Maybe Roxvarg given starts ahead of Sione, who's not really scored recently and hasn't played well in his previous few fixtures. Spadina on a 6.4 in his last 5. Let's get him swapped with Timon. 3 changes then to the team. Will it be enough? I don't know. It's a risk. It's a risk making those changes. It's a risk, I feel. But we're going to try and do it. We're going to have to try and do it. Okay. Kickoff is upon us. And it was that Paul Dillon on the attack there, acting as a striker. Dillon, get back in defence, please. Right, it's Brentford in possession, clearing this one out from the back. And hopefully we're going to see some more defensive errors. Sadly, I don't think we are, as they bring the ball forward into our half as the ball to Ivan Toney, who's still at the club, is sent out wide. Right, stop the cross arriving in the middle. I need to just stop talking. I think it is offside anyway, so it's fine. But whenever I say don't do this, or even do this, the absolute... no. I'll be honest, I came into today's episode just thinking, right, Everton and Brentford, easy wins. Easy wins. Let's get them and then just, say goodbye to this season. We've saved ourselves in the Premier League and it's not happening. It's not happening right now. I am scared. Because these are the 2 games that were meant to be easy. These are the 2 games that we were meant to win. And right now, we're nearly 2-0 down. Not quite. I mean, we've not been in the relegation zone all season. If we have done, it's been like momentarily, briefly. But we've stayed out the relegation zone all season. Based on that, we are, should be staying up for this season. As Dillon finds Rebergen, who gets us a goal. Thank you. Thank you, Rebergen, for your 10th of the season. And if we lose him next season, if United don't want to send him on loan to us again, that is going to be horrible, frustrating. It's scary, if I'm honest with you, scary. But at least we've got a goal back. Also, Bournemouth are currently losing their game as well to Man United, which is great for us. So, that's very handy. If we can get a second goal here, well, suddenly things might look a little bit better as Rebergen's brought down, but it was a fair challenge to be fair. But we do retain possession at the back as Alec plays it back into Lucas Holter. Timon now on the ball, forward to Galbraith, who must be offside. Must be offside. I mean, there's no way he's got that sort of pace. I've seen him play all season. There's no way he's got that sort of pace to be that far ahead of the defence. He has to be offside. Or not. I mean, I want to see the offside call on that, because how has he moved like that? Where is the offside? I need to see this. I need to see the offside here. Oh, it's tight. It's tight, but he's on. Just. Okay, fair play to him. I should never have doubted him. We're 2-1 up. And that puts us 5 points clear of Sheffield United. Okay. Well, that's a nicer position to be in. Are Sheffield playing right now? Sheffield are beating Everton. Oh, okay. And that means we'll be 6 points clear of Everton. And Sheffield go. Okay, so whatever happens there is actually quite handy for us. We'd be 6 points clear no matter what. And although 6 points clear should be good enough, right? Actually, mathematically, we'd still. So actually, even if we did win, basically, I think we have to do Liverpool next. I think we have to do Liverpool as well in today's episode, just to confirm we are not going to get relegated. Kambuala and Time pick up knocks towards the end of this game. We're playing well, we're winning. I don't want to change anything, even if they have got injuries and knocks to themselves. They've done enough right now. Oh, we've got the win. We've got the win. Okay. That was a huge, huge result. Huge result. And that might have just saved us. That might have just saved us from the relegation zone. I don't think it's going to be mathematically confirmed. I don't think. No, it's not going to be confirmed. Just so we can confirm it in today's episode, we'll play Liverpool as well. Thinking of Rebergen as well as he gets removed from a shortlist. Can we already make an offer loan for next season? And they say yes. They say yes straight away. Just pay him 23 grand a week, which is £4,000 a week more than we're paying him this season. But he's worth it. He is 100% worth it in my books. So suggest terms, accept demands. Yes, thank you. I'd love to sign him permanently, but he's valued like £30 million, and I don't think we're going to have that 30 million. I've just remembered. I said yesterday we were going to ask for a stadium expansion. Or a new stadium. I didn't even do it, did I? I didn't do it. Hang on. Should we do it now? I completely forgot about that yesterday. Make boardroom. We had an affiliate club as well. I completely forgot about this as well. God, there's things that happen sometimes that I just completely forget to tell you about. An affiliate club. We've got a new one. This club called ATA Arad. They're from Romania. Same sort of link as with Dukla Prague. It's for scouting and stuff like that, and these guys were the best team we had available to us, so we now know more about Romania, which is good. But also, make a bold request, stadium, build a new stadium. I think this season it's much more likely they would say yes, but we'll see what they say in a moment's time. I am busy scouting a lot of players at the moment for next season, just anyone and everyone who could come into the club to try and improve us a little bit. The issue we're having still is that there's a lot of players being scouted out who are like Championship current ability, Premier League potential. There's not a whole lot of Premier League current ability, Premier League potential. But it's fine. We have to develop our own, I suppose, don't we, to an extent, and we are quite good at developing players, to an extent, I would say, such as Gaston Andriucci, who has just come second in Player of the Young Player of the Month, as does Rebergen third. But the winner of it, George Webster, of course, was with us for 3 seasons or 2 seasons. But obviously, we've developed him quite well too. I wish he was still here. I miss George Webster quite a lot. Oh, Lucas Holter's got a gashed leg. He's out for 2 weeks, which actually might put him out for the rest of the season. Actually, we'll definitely put him out for the Liverpool game. So Holter is going to be missed. But good news, Rebergen's loan is being extended for next season. So hooray, we've got 1 player back for next season. I say 1 player back. He's the only player we've got on loan. So that's quite good. No news on the stadium just yet, though. I presume that's going to come through in a couple of days' time when they want to talk to me about it, because I assume they reply pretty quickly, don't they? Unless they're taking their time, because they have big plans, maybe. I don't know. Oh, okay. Well, they have no big plans, but they aren't confident we have enough fans to make expansion worthwhile. I mean, we sell out every single week. Come on. I'm going to discuss this with them. What do we say? We need to build a new stadium to show we are a modern, forward-thinking club. Do we say that? Or revenue streams? Revenue streams might be the more important one to go for. And they say, without a sizable increase in our fan base, it's not worth it. Come on, I've raised the profile of the club. You've got a lack of ambition. We're being left behind by our rivals. I can't stress how important this would be. I'm not going to threaten my job on it. I'm not going to do a work for space. No new stadium yet. There's still time at the end of the season, though. Oh no, I'm being told to hold a team meeting. I think that's the worst option. I think that's the worst option possible. So let's not do that, because they never go well. I will jinx it, and it will all backfire. Oh, but things are quite bad. Camboala and Halter both suspended/injured for this game. So let's get those guys off the pitch. Obviously, Cresswell can come in, and obviously Adam Thomas-Parry can come in. So we've got 2 ready replacements for them. Swap them over like that as well. It means that Ostergaard can come back on the pitch as well. He's back from his injury, so we can bring Alec back onto the bench. And there's a spare spot for the Carlos Escobar. He's kind of been forgotten this season, to be fair, Carlos Escobar. He's not really... It's a shame. It's a shame he never quite developed to... It does say potential ability, good Premier League, but he's just never got anywhere near that development potential. So he might be, sadly, one to leave this summer. Particularly with 0 goals in 11 appearances. But at the Championship level, absolutely superb. And if we can get 12 to 14 million pounds for him, wow. I mean, that would be great. There's a lot of players actually we could sell this summer to raise a lot of money. Anyway, the rest of the team played pretty well last game. They got the win, obviously. So we're going to press continue, confirm, and hopefully... I mean, all we have to do... It's in our hands. Like... We can lose this game and still stay up. The games we need to look out for are the Sheffield games and the Bournemouth games. Like, Brentford are down. Oh, not down, but we can't go behind Brentford. I don't know. They're playing Everton right now. That's a really big game, actually. I just realised they're playing Everton. So that's really big for us. As long as we just finish 4 points clear of the teams in the relegation zone from this game, we are 100% safe. So we can lose this and just hope other teams lose their games too, and it will all be fine for us. So it's kind of like a waiting game, this, I think. A waiting game that I am not a big fan of at all. Come on, right. So let me just pause the game right now. Sheffield are 2-1 down to Arsenal. Have they played already? Is that an early kickoff? I don't know. I'm not sure if that's a completed result or not, because if it is, that's perfect for us. Everton are 1-0 against Brentford, and again, perfect for us. It means Brentford are going down, not us. Everton saving themselves as it stands right now. Currently, we are 7 points clear of Sheffield United, and that is enough as things stand for us to be confirmed safe in the Premier League for next season. So we can just sit back and relax, because right now things are looking good for us. And if Roxvar can score, things are looking even better for us. Things are looking even better. Also, I know Liverpool have been terrible this season. They're in 13th right now, but how can we do this to Liverpool and yet we get absolutely shafted head to toe by Everton 4-1? And after all of this, it looks like we're actually going to be 14th in the table as things stand. Is that correct? 14th. 14th in the table as things stand, which is mental. How is that a thing? It just shows how tight it is at the bottom end of the table. We started off today just hoping to avoid relegation. We then went into a phase thinking we're getting relegated here after losing to Everton. And now, if results stay as they are, we could be looking at a 14th place finish this season. It just shows how mental the Premier League is, particularly right at the end of this season. If we can get a second goal, that would be even more impressive, as Jacobson's through, and Jacobson, saved by the keeper. Come on then, let's just get this game done. Let's get this game done. Less than 30 minutes to go now as Galbraith drives forwards towards the halfway line, into Roxvarg, into Jacobson, who again finds some space and shoots from distance and was not a long way off there, just over the bar from him. Arsenal now 3-1 up against Sheffield United, which is really good for us. Surely we're not going to come back in that game and win it. Fingers crossed, as Timon now on the ball to swing one into the middle. He does, and it goes all the way through to Rebergen at the far post. How has no one intercepted that? I don't know. Rebergen with the goal. We're winning. Sheffield losing. We're staying up. We're staying up this season. I love it. Absolutely fantastic. As just everyone misses that ball. I don't understand how. This is like a big weight off my shoulders. I feel so much better now for this being a thing. Like, the clock is ticking down. 10 minutes to go. We're all of a sudden 9 points clear from the relegation zone. when it looked like we were about to, enter it not too long ago. This episode's weird, but it just also shows how weird and mental the Premier League is. Congratulations, Wrexham players. We are officially safe in the Premier League for another season, and we might even actually 14th place counts as mid-table in my books. Which is mental. Also, Everton have pulled off an absolute great survival. They've won 5-0 against Brentford. The end of Everton's season, by the way, has been crazy. 4-0 against United. They lost 4-3 to Arsenal. They beat us 4-1. Sheffield 3-1. Brentford 5-0. They've had a mental end to the season. Will the board give us budgets for next season yet? That's what I want to know. That's the main thing, really. Obviously, we've got one more league game to play, but I think given that we are confirmed safe, they would have given us the budgets for next season because they know where we're going to be, but they might wait until later on. But we're not going to do the Palace game in today's episode because at this point, we know we're safe. There's not a whole lot of points. And actually, we know exactly who's down as well because there's no way Sheffield, Brentford or West Brom can save themselves. So we know who's down. The actual quite exciting bit at the end is the title battle, but we'll reveal that next episode. But Man City with actually a game in hand, I presume they're going to play that in a minute, actually. Man City, they've got a game in hand against Liverpool on the 10th, which is before our game against Crystal Palace. So let's see if Man City win that, because if they do, they win the league title. And given that we just beat Liverpool, I feel like Man City should beat Liverpool. But it does seem that we are not going to get the budgets anytime soon for next season. So I will reveal those to you in the transfer special, which won't be tomorrow, it'll be the day after, because I've got a different video planned for tomorrow. Oh, and I've just realised Liverpool and Man City have drawn 0-0, which means that West Ham could still win the Premier League title. I'll reveal that in the next episode. Anyway, thank you very much for watching today. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. And of course, if you have done, make sure you do drop a like on the video for me. Subscribe if you're new around here. Leave a comment down below for the YouTube algorithm. And I will see you next time. Have a good one. Goodbye.